Hi everyone, and welcome to One History Help with me, Mrs. O'Neill. Today I want to show you a super duperly easy revision technique that you can use for literally any subject whatsoever. But of course I'm going to do it from a history point of view. So the reason I love this is because it's so simple and so straightforward, and you can do it in the space of 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, all you will need is the following: a piece of paper, a pen, and your phone as well. And I'm going to do this based on paper, but you can totally do this when you're on the go. So like, for instance, if you're somebody who takes the bus to school, or you take the train to school or something like that maybe, you can always do this just like on a little notes app on your phone as well, okay? All you need is the ability to be able to record down your thoughts. So, oh, and a timer as well, but I'm going to get to that in just a second. So, we've got the paper, we've got the pen, and I'm going to set up a timer in just a second. Now, you need to pick one topic that you are going to focus on, okay? And don't make it too big because it will feel unachievable, but likewise don't make it too small because otherwise it won't work particularly well, as you will see in a second. So, for example, I'm going to give, again, history is my trade. These are my biggest examples that I've got, so I can only really give you a history one. So, for instance, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to try and remember everything from the study on medicine, on Britain and the health and the people, everything right from the year 1000 right up to the present day, there is no way this activity will work. That is way, way, way too big. However, if I said I was just going to do it on, oh, how small can I get? The 4 humours, then yeah, okay, I'd be able to do something, but I'd probably run out of steam pretty fast. Let me explain how the task works. Pick one topic, and you are going to fill this piece of paper with as much as you can remember about that topic. Big or small points. You can go for really kind of general points, or you try and find things nice and specific. We know what specific is: dates, names, facts, terms. The twist is, though, that you're only going to give yourself 5 minutes to try to remember as much as you can. Just 5 minutes. No books, no notes, nothing. Just literally this piece of paper, a pen, and your brain. Okay? That's where your phone comes in. You want a 5-minute timer on your phone. Okay? If you're on some kind of phone-based lockdown because of your revision, not online, like if you're using Windows, there's clock apps you can use on there to set timers. So in the event that you're not having access to your phone because you're being super disciplined and everything, that's something you can do. So let's pick something from medicine to do, and I'll show you the kind of thing I'm talking about. Okay, let's pick. I'm gonna go with industrial medicine. Okay, so I'm gonna have a go at writing this on here. So, industrial medicine. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes to try and remember as much as I can. Now, if any of you have met me, you'll know I'm a big colours person, so although I've written that in black, I'm actually going to choose a different colour pen to to go along with this. I'm going to go with this sky blue pen. Might be a bit too chunky. I know it certainly bleeds through the paper, but never mind. I'm even actually just working on scrap paper. Like, I'm not even using best paper. It's whatever paper I can get my hands on. Let's set my timer for 10 minutes. Now, you've got to give yourself the 5 minutes. So even if after 2 minutes you're thinking, oh my gosh, I've got nothing else, stick with it. Stick with that 5 minutes, because I guarantee you something will pop into your brain. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm not going to talk during this because I'm hoping when I put this up as like a proper video, I'll be able to kind of speed it up so you don't have to sit and watch me talking through rubbish and things like that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give myself 5 minutes to write down anything I can remember about industrial medicine. Here we go. Okay, and that's my 5 minutes up. And I don't know how much you're able to see. Again, I've not sped this up yet, so I don't know how clear it's going to be. But genuinely, I had complete blanks. complete blanks at times. I was pretty happy with who individuals were and things like that. And also I've taught it for a long time, so I was pretty happy in terms of what order they came in. But genuinely, there were times when I was like, right, gosh, what else? I know there's more to this subject than what I've written down. And I left it for like what felt like an eternity, but it was probably in reality about 20 seconds or something. And then stuff started coming back to me as well. I've also got a bit of a gap over here because there's something I couldn't remember, and this brings me to the next part of this task. So that was the 5 minutes where you sit down and you go through it. Then, like I said at the beginning, this task should take between 5 and 10 minutes, because the next part is where you start to fill in the gaps of what you've missed out. So, for instance, there's lots of different ways you can do this. You could, if you are revising with a friend, maybe you've both picked the same topics, maybe you could swap what you've done and then look to see, is there anything your friend has got that you've missed out? And then you can add it in there, or vice versa. Have a look at what your friend has done, and if they've missed something out, you can add it onto there. I'm going to talk about additions in just a second. You could get your flashcards maybe that you've got on industrial medicine. You could have a look at maybe another video for something like that along those lines, maybe something on One History Help that can help you out. Or you can have a look at, maybe you've got a revision guide, your actual history books. They are the best revision guides money can buy, all that work you've done in it. So this is the next stage. Look to see what you have missed out, and you'll know the bits that you've missed out because they're the bits that you would be struggling with, going, yeah, I do know this, but. So this isn't about like writing down everything. You've got to be really making sure that you're getting all the kind of heavy hitter stuff here. Now, I also, and I forgot to mention this before we started, I've gone for a spider diagram kind of mind mappy style, just because that is how my brain works. I much prefer something like this to be able to make connections and so on. I know not everybody works like that, so you might prefer to write things as a list instead maybe. That is absolutely fine. You do you, okay? You do you. You work out what's best for you. So, next part of the task requires you to have a different coloured pen. I'm going to go for this pink colour. I haven't done blue and pink intentionally, but I'm hoping it will show up. And the main thing that I need to check is I cannot remember the date in which the government made it compulsory for people to have smallpox vaccinations. And you know what, even just as I'm talking about this and I'm trying to see, oh, is it going to come to me now? Am I going to remember? I'm already remembering other stuff that I could have written down about Jenna. But I'm not going to go into specific details now. What I am going to use is, I'm going to go, what have I got access to? I've got access to a textbook, so I'm going to have a look. Here we go. I'm not going to show you the textbook because I don't want to seem to be particularly endorsing anything. If I was at school, I'd be able to pick out some of my revision guides, but sadly, well, not sadly at all, but as we're in the midst of Corona, I'm working from home, so I'm working with what I've got here. So I'm having a look through. If you're taught by me, you know exactly the book that I'm looking at right now. And I'm looking for Edward Jenner. Here we go, here we go. How did Edward Jenner defeat smallpox? When did they make it compulsory? Gosh, I hope it's in here. If not, I've got an idea what I will do next. 1802. Sorry everybody, I know this is super boring, but hey, this is reality, this is what it's like. Let me have a look. No, it is not in this book. Curses! Hey, it happens, it happens. So, let's see, can I look in another one? Schools History Project book here. Oh, loving all this, loving all this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Jenna, is it going to be in here? Here we go, I found it. There we go, I found it in a revision guide. Not going to tell you which one again because I don't want to be particularly endorsing any, although I will do a video about revision guides eventually. Here we go. In 1853, so I've got my pink pen here. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm just going to move it down a little bit just in case. 1853, that is the date that it was made compulsory, okay? Then I would be thinking maybe just have a quick flick through. Is there anything else? For instance, the £10,000 that he was given by the government in 1802 I could have written down about. And again, just kind of go through, and it might well even be that after those 5 minutes are up, you get that other pen and you add in, oh yeah, yeah, I remember this now as well, and so on and so forth, okay? So that, in theory, should take you, as long as you've got everything to hand, like for instance, I haven't today, sadly, but that in theory should not take you particularly long. We're looking, like I said, around 5 minutes for this bit here, and you've got to stick at that 5 minutes, and then roughly about 5 minutes afterwards. Be disciplined with your timings because you don't want to spend forever on it, okay? And this is a great thing to be able to do to show, actually, do I really need to revise this in as much detail as some of my other areas as well, okay? So I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again on a future revision help video from One History Help.